What's up, guys? Always a pleasure to see you guys here. Always, always fun. Can I just be honest here? Like, if you're watching this, like you specifically, nobody else. Maybe, well, no, not one other person. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you and me can connect. Now, I know there are going to be other people here that they're going to come in and they're going to chat and stuff, but it's just a conversation between you and me. Just you and me. And I hope that this continues. I love that our relationship is growing. So today we're going to be talking about if Star Trek is dying, because that's what all of the videos are saying. I chose someone to watch, and we'll go from there. What's going on in Remington Falls? Hope you're doing well. We got Takangel, always a pleasure. Shia Hulud, of course. Pizza rolls are God sent. I think everybody who watches me probably gets that reference. We'll probably also say that I am trying to make money off that. Off of other people who are far more successful than me. Of course, that's just the YouTube game, so I'm not sure why people would be upset about that. Not sure. What's going on, Tony Tellerico? Tellerico in the house? Trek will never die because of time travel. That's true. That's true. I don't see how it's dying. If anything, it's just evolving. Nah, it's dying. It's dying, and that's what this video is telling us. And we're gonna watch it. We're gonna break it down. We're gonna see how it's dying, because dying it is. Dying it is. Bow. No. Off. On. Off. On. What? That's not how that's supposed to work. How'd you guys break it? I don't understand. You broke it. Okay, I don't know why that's... I don't know why that's bigger than God himself. Let's bring that down. Our reviews will kill you. As you can see, a dude who does a much better job with his background than I do. I'm not even joking with that. There he is. Look at that. Who couldn't love a face like that? I ask no one. Everyone loves a face like that. Let me see. Pulling you people back up. Lower Decks gets a new season real soon if the folks in charge are willing to keep putting out the hope yet. Listen, Darrell. Listen. Okay? Look, listen. Okay? Just because they're coming out with new seasons for every show that's been out. Every show that's been out hasn't been canceled, has in fact gotten a new season. Just because there are 2 new shows that we know are premiering and one in the background that's probably coming out, that doesn't mean anything. It's dying. It's dying, okay? It's dead. Ding dong. The witch Mary Sue is dead. That's right, Chauncey. That's right. All right. Let's take a look at this. Didn't Trek die twice already? Death is cheap. That's true. Death is a cheap date too. Let me tell you. Personal experience. Don't want to talk about it. Little sore over it. All right, so this will be
the day Star
fantastic
Trek
line.
dies.
Listen to that wondrous voice.
This will be
His
the
one
day
versus mine.
Star Trek dies.
Listen to it. See? So, beyond hearing the angelicness of this, how'd it sound? PC culture killed your childhood. It's true. It's true. Sally says, my logic is flawed. Well, as you know, when you put millions of dollars and buy merchandise and all kinds of stuff for it, that means that everything is failing. I know, for me, when I have gone bankrupt and have absolutely no money, I magically come up with money to buy more things that made me go bankrupt. That's just science. It's just science. This is the end, the beautiful friends. This is the end. Feels like it has chosen a set of the fan base to appeal to at the expense of the rest. Why, Shia Hubbard, you may actually be right on that. But apparently that's a profitable stance to take. I won't necessarily disagree with you, because I do think they're saying, all right, this is more important to us than that. But I mean, to say that it's not, let me turn that off, and then we can start this. To say that it's not like doing well or making any money, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Timers, turn you off. Yeah. All right. Yes. All right. The Trek symbiont has moved on to another house. That's possible. That's possible. All right. So did it sound okay? Let me know if it sounded okay. It's never been the same ever since they decided to do next gen instead of just keeping the originals. You know, I don't know if you're joking or not, Sally, but that is honest. The next generation is so vastly different to the original series in like quite a few ways. It goes out of its way to like contradict stuff. So I don't know if you're doing that on purpose, but that is the honest to God truth. Let's go full Fifth Element money. Doesn't matter. Only like true. No, you're serious. I mean, it's true. It really is. Got Deej in the house, in the hizzy. All right, let's continue. Let's do this.
My Miss America.
All right, I get it. You're awesome. Everybody loves you. You're special butterfly. He even has an intro. I don't have an intro. I mean, come on.
So here I am minding my own business on a Sunday afternoon when Heels versus Babyface decided to drop a video on us, and
Fandom Menace for the win. He is Fandom Menace, by the way, just so you know. He's Fandom Menace all the way.
I think this video will. I don't know what I can't. Hollywood is gonna do what Hollywood's always gonna do, and they're gonna
Make money. Hollywood is always going to make money. I agree.
ruin everything. Like, just ruin everything.
Everything. Ruin everything. By the way, the reason why I'm giving this guy a special shout out is because he says that he cares. He says that it's okay and he's fine with people who like disco era Trek, and then goes out of his way to call them shills and attack them. Because, you know.
Now, I have a slightly different opinion than my good man Az over at Heels versus Babyface. And I will link to his video right here. After this video, please be sure to check it out. His
Gonna do it. Gonna go check it out.
profanity-filled rant will leave you feeling something. I know that.
Identify as Hollywood, give me money, yeah.
I'm just feeling a little dead, so you won't get the same type of reaction out of me. So, for those of you who aren't in the know, Alex Kurtzman is the, I guess, like, showrunner overall. Consider him the Kevin Feige, if you will.
Or maybe the, and I'm just putting this out here, Berman of Legacy Trek. He's the showrunner, like Rick Berman was the showrunner. Or Gene Roddenberry. Not sure why we said Feige. Because, you know, if you're going to talk about something, you talk to it intelligently, right?
Who runs all of the MCU for Star Trek for CBS. The man has been with CBS for a very long time. He came from Hawaii Five-0, which has been on for 10 years, but I don't know anybody other than Noob Noob who likes it, and maybe some old people. So the guy I don't think he has a real good track record of success. I know he's done some other garbage.
Let's see. So first off, he has 3 series that are getting renewed. The flagship one is in its 4th season, 2nd season on Picard, 2nd season on Lower Decks, and 2 others that are coming out with their 1st seasons. Not a really good, not a good track record. I mean, who hasn't had 5 series under a franchise? I mean, honestly, who hasn't done that when you think about it? It's really small potatoes when you break it down. I don't think, if he's talking about other stuff, I don't think Kurtzman has done a lot. Hasn't done anything that I liked in the past. Let's take a look together. His name's Alex Kurtzman, not Alec Kurtzman. Don't know why I did that. Let's analyze that. Let's break down some stuff here. Alex Kurtzman, IMDb. He did Star Trek 2009. Star Trek 2009. Profit. Did it make it? Domestic box office worldwide, $386,839,614 worldwide. How much did it cost? Record, fastest to 250 million, biggest 9th Friday. Memorial Day, all movies, 3 days. Huh, that's interesting. But, you know, complete failure there. What else did he do? He did The Mummy. I'm not a huge fan of The Mummy. Now he's doing other stuff too. How's he doing other stuff and still doing Star Trek? Because he really needs to focus on Star Trek. I'll give you that. He did Hawaii Five-0. He did Salvation, Scorpion, Sleepy Hollow. Sleepy Hollow was pretty good. Transformers Prime. He's a part of that. Fringe. Eagle. I liked Eagle. So let's stop here for a second because I know this is what you guys really care about. Am I the only one that liked Eagle Eye? Eagle Eye was with Shia LaBeouf, I think. I thought that was an excellent movie. Am I the only one that liked it? 1 in the chat if you liked it. 2 in the chat if you did. Aloha Lore, add a fake 1 in front of the 7. Keep up the great work and give me all your subs. I'm half confused on that, but thank you for supporting the channel. Only way I keep the lights on. The first 2 wasn't Trek, but Beyond Almost had me nostalgic. Well, the only one he did, I don't think he did the other 2. He only did Star Trek 2009. I love that you guys put other ones. Eagle Eye was good. You guys. Plebes. I'm going to go full, Peter Willem on here. You have to have a degree like myself to better understand the nuances of the movie. You can't really break down plot holes unless you have a degree. He did Alias. Now, Alias is really good. I didn't know he was a part of Alias. I really did like Alias, too. Oh, and he did Xena Warrior Princess and Hercules. Look at that. Look at him. Look at that. The only series that I like is the one with He Will Not Divide Us. That's awesome. You guys need to go see that if you have not. That's by the, the historian? What's his name? God, I watch his stuff all the time. Internet historian? Oh my God. Wonderful. He's like me, but he has talent. So you should definitely check him out. Faux show.
Garbage things that we won't get into here because I've gone over it in other videos. But as we've talked about, the Picard series is god-awful. Star Trek Discovery is god-awful. I
feel like he probably gave a lot of good reasons why they're awful, especially if he watches Hill versus Baby. I feel like it's really well in depth, and we'll probably need to go into those.
Lower Decks, which is the animated version of Star Trek, didn't even bother watching. So just to be straight with everybody, like I am a Star Trek fan, but an old school Star Trek fan.
Only when it had majority white actors. Yeah, there was one that had a guy who was head of a space station. They didn't even give him a ship. Didn't start out as a captain. He was a commander. But when it was a lot more diverse, and generally 3 out of the 4, I think, Legacy was it 4 or 5. Series had white characters as protagonist.
I'm a big fan of The Next Generation. That's probably my favorite series. I like Deep Space Nine. I like the original series. I like the original movies. What Kurtzman has done is an abomination with Star Trek, to the point where I won't even participate. I won't watch it.
But I'll make videos about it. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna participate. But by God, I'll do some videos on it. By God.
Review them. I won't even give them any attention.
Cisco is the best, by the way. I agree. Best captain.
And I know that when they ran reruns during the pandemic, that they were pulling 0 numbers. They could barely get anybody to watch them. They were.
What the fuck did he just say?
0 numbers. They could barely. I know that when they ran reruns during the pandemic, that they were pulling.
They're reruns. But
0 numbers. They could barely get anybody to watch them. They were at the bottom of the list. I know we did a video on their ratings, which maybe I'll find that one right here. So Star Trek Discovery is just an abomination, along with the rest of whatever.
No real reason, just it gets lower ratings. It's just an abomination because I say so.
Kurtzman has touched, but CBS has decided to ink a mega deal with Alex Kurtzman, the top producer and architect of the Star Trek universe. A 9-figure overall deal for $150 million range. Okay, it puts him in the top of producers. Congratulations, him and his secret.
But he sucks, guys. It's so horrible. He's doing so bad, but he's in the top 10 of producers. First off, I don't even know that I believe that. This guy's research leads a little to be desired, but top 9. So what frustrates me, and the reason why I was looking at this, is first off, this guy pretends like he's open, but it calls people out, and beyond that, it doesn't give us a lot. And I figured you guys like seeing me get upset, so I thought I'd go into it. Fringe is an SCP. I could see that.
Hideout group. That means, and here's the depressing part, is that he's going to be around until 2026.
So Anti-Tracker actually, so let's talk about that for a second. Anti-Tracker brought up a good thing that I should have looked more into. So this deal isn't just Kurtzman, even though he's the head of it. It's specifically for Bad Robot and focusing on Bad Robot as a production company? I want to say Bad Robot's a production company, isn't it? Yeah, Bad Robot Productions. Jesus Christ, I have a degree in cinematography and I don't even know that Bad Robots. I just fucking suck at life. So they're really doing the services overall of Bad Robot. Now, of course, Alex Kurtzman is heading it. He's the face of it. He's the person they're looking at. But it's not just, when they signed this deal, it wasn't just Alex Kurtzman they were looking at. It was how Bad Robot is doing, what kind of things they're up to, and what they can put out for it now. Yeah, I know, he changed his name to Salty Trek or whatever. You know, I really want to find that clip where the Phantom Menace apparently attacked him and called him the Salty Trekker. I'd love to find that clip. You guys find that. But Midnight's Edge told me he was fired in secret 2 years ago. I mean, maybe this is like an April Fool's, an early April Fool's, where they're going to fire him. Maybe. Deej says there is no clip. There has to be a clip, Deej. I don't know what you're talking about. You know Star Trek is dead because we haven't seen a new show in years. Oh, wait. Yeah. I don't understand how people can lie to themselves. Like, you can say they're going in the wrong direction, or they're doing something wrong with it, or there's too much LGBT representation, whatever you want to say. You can say it's not good because of X, Y, and Z, and this is a bad way to go. But you can't say it's dying. There's no way Viacom would allow Paramount to do this if it was bleeding. There's just no way. That is the height. Someone who believes that probably thinks 9/11 was an inside job and vaccines are used to track us. I honest to God, it is so ludicrous. It's just insane to me. I was hoping to buy a plug, but I'm not that worthy. I'll buy you a plug. What kind of plug are we talking? Oh, Surf Check Technology. Man, we talked about that. It's not that you can't. It's not that you can't. And you guys should go check out Surf Tectonics. That is a pretty cool channel. I actually like it. I just don't think it's a good idea. I mean, I'll say, if you want to talk to me on email and go through that, I don't think it's worth it for you.
So, you are not going to get any good Star Trek anytime in the near future. You're going to stick with Netflix rewatching TNG as I just did. Or maybe I'll go back and rewatch Deep Space Nine. Don't know, but I know what I won't be watching is this. I will not be watching this.
Then stop talking about it.
I think he originally signed a 4-year deal, and then 2 years later, now he's re-upped for a 5-year deal. I don't understand. I mean, I do understand. And I'm going to show you why.
Show us.
this financially makes sense on some level.
Show us! Do it!
And it's more depressing than anything. I don't care if the guy makes money. That is perfectly fine.
I don't care if the guy makes money. I'm a real critic on YouTube. It doesn't matter if the guy makes money and is appealing and is making sure that things are profitable. I want it done the way I want it. Even if it destroys and bankrupts the company and hundreds to thousands to tens of thousands of people lose their jobs, I want it the way I want it. I want it like it was in 90s TNG, and I don't care if everyone else gets screwed over because it's my feelings that matter.
He can do whatever he wants, but this is just, it's sad. So it seems like, you know, we heard about the...
I hope we don't get a Captain Proton short track. I'm sorry to continue to interrupt him, but I hope I would not... I tell you what, I won't watch that. I won't watch that. I will be him when it comes to Captain Proton. I will say it's crap, it's garbage, you shouldn't watch it without ever having to watch it.
It seems like, you know, we heard about the two doofuses who did Game of Thrones, Benioff and Weiss, I think their names are. Those guys signed a giant deal.
So, I know what you're saying. His aesthetic there, first off, I truly believe his background looks better, but his aesthetic there, he's trying to build like, I don't hate it. So from, why the hell are we breaking down how this dude is running his show? If we're looking at trying to build an aesthetic, trying to build a brand, I don't hate what he's going here. So he is going like a nostalgia critic type of chic type thing. Like he doesn't wear all the normal stuff. He's got his Jurassic Park. He's got his shirt. Then you got the jazz in the background. His voice, the way he's doing it, he comes laid back. He doesn't care, man. He's just sitting here talking to you. He's telling you all kinds of stuff. He's not getting too bad. So, I mean, when it comes to how he's doing this, I actually don't hate it. Everything he's saying is garbage. It's hot garbage. He has no idea what he's talking about, and someone who does the most basic of research can break it down. But when it comes to presentation, I like it. Now, of all people to say this, I understand the irony in me saying this. I would work on that background. I would clean it up. I would throw some lights, probably black. What is complementary to red? Is it blue? Let's see. What's complementary to red? I would probably throw some green and bluish lights behind that stuff, and just clean it up, make it look a little more. I might actually do where you blur the background if I was going to do it. I know you guys more care about me giving him tips on how to make his show better than actually breaking him down, but that's what I would do. Oh, he's a unique troll. Whoop-dee-doo. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it comes down to what he's saying. I'm going after the content, not necessarily him. But, well, is Star Trek doing better? Asked Michael Garrick. It depends. You tell me. Do you think Star Trek is doing better? It depends on what we think Star Trek is. Star Trek has 3 series. All of them have been renewed. All of them are getting new seasons. They are coming out with 2 new series. Both of them, I believe both of them, have been approved for 2 seasons. There is one in the background that is supposedly being worked on, but we don't have a ton of information on it. So they have 5 brand new series, multi-seasoned, and they're coming out with more. They're creating merch for people to buy. Literally, all kinds of merch is being presented. So you tell me, are they doing well? He looks like he robbed it. That's mean.
I think their names are those guys.
Michael Garrick, I honestly couldn't make it through Disco's 2nd season. I tell you, if you can find a way to get through the second season, I think the 3rd season is worth it, personally.
I signed a giant deal. It just seems like the big streaming services and the big corporations are trying to sign as anybody that they think has talent at all, period. I don't agree with this one, but they don't have...
Big corporations are trying to hire people that have talent. All right, hold on, guys. This is a concept I'm going to have to... Big corporations are trying to hire talented individuals. Can you guys walk me through this? Because I don't... Why would a big corporation want to hire a talented individual? I don't... I am trying here, guys. I am trying. All right.
There's not enough people, you know, Hollywood's so diverse that they don't have enough people to go around to possibly helm a new Star Trek. They don't have anybody except for this doofus. So,
first off, he's helming the franchise, not the individual series, but I'll assume that's what you meant.
And this is how I'm going to explain it, and it's going to make me sad to explain it
Jesus Christ,
this way.
he takes as long as I do to get through something. Come on. Oh, my God.
We'll come back to this because we're going to talk about a little bit more of what else he's going to do for Star Trek that you shouldn't watch, but we'll talk about it anyway. As a certified...
Why would you, if you don't want them to watch it, stop talking about it?
Christopher Nolan stan. As far, you know, I will say, like, I saw Tenet and I wasn't blown away. We did a review for Tenet. You can catch that. Noob did one, and he tries to explain entropy and physics, and he doesn't even know. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But anyway... Netflix wants to sign Christopher Nolan. So think about this. Christopher Nolan, who I adore, think he's, you know, the next best thing next to sliced bread. They're trying to sign him, and...
Just out of him. I don't know why we're now talking about Christopher Nolan. Just out of curiosity. He's done some fairly good stuff. I don't disagree. Christopher Nolan, I don't think, would be a good choice for Trek, necessarily. There are multiple Inception movies? I didn't know that. Huh.
They're willing to... I think they said they're willing to pay almost anything to get him. And this is coming from Netflix. So let me see if I had the exact quote here. But I understand, like, he literally just released a movie that was basically critically panned, and he wasn't happy about it. He liked the movie.
Why are we talking about this?
Service, like, the man is a little volatile, you know. He could, you know, here it says here, Tenet underperformed in the box office, performing $45 million before the whole thing like really hit. But they're willing to pay virtually anything to get Christopher Nolan, which means they'll sign Kurtzman for a long-term deal because that's basically, in their eyes, getting him on the cheap. So this clown will continue to flush.
Okay, I guess I got to go back and listen because apparently Nolan somehow ties into Kurtzman.
That's basically, in their eyes, getting him on the cheap. So he wasn't happy about it. He doesn't even know. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But anyway, Netflix wants to sign Christopher Nolan. So think about this. Christopher Nolan, who I adore, think he's, you know, the next best thing next to sliced bread. They're trying to sign him, and they're willing to... I think they said they're willing to pay almost anything to get him. And this is coming from Netflix. So let me see if I had the exact quote here. But I understand, like, he literally just released a movie that was basically critically panned, and he wasn't happy about it. He liked the movie, but the critics weren't happy about it. It didn't do that well in the box office. It didn't save the box office from the coup or anything like that. He went on and ripped HBO Max, described it as the worst streaming service. Like, the man is a little volatile, you know. He could, you know, here it says here, Tenet underperformed in the box office, performing $45 million before the whole thing like really hit. But they're willing to pay virtually anything to get Christopher Nolan, which means they'll sign Kurtzman for a long-term deal because that's basically, in their eyes, getting him on the cheap.
Well, can you guys explain that to me? I sincerely don't understand what he's saying. So Netflix is willing to pay anything to get Nolan because Nolan had a bad movie, and so he's a little bit damaged goods for the moment. And because of that, they're getting Kurtzman because Kurtzman's on the cheap. Netflix isn't even owned by Viacom, are they? Who owns Netflix? Or is Netflix its own company? Reed Hastings, co-founder and CEO of Netflix. Does Viacom own Netflix? I don't understand why he's. Can you guys help me? I sincerely don't understand. What exactly? I think it's just clumsy way he went from one story to another. Directors being signed to get Nolan, so Kurtzman isn't trash. I literally don't understand. Hello, just joined. Your opinion on Tarantino Trek, says Random Menace. You know, this is probably the boomer in me, even though I'm technically a millennial. I'm not excited about seeing a Tarantino film because I grew up with the original series, with The Next Generation, with Deep Space Nine, with Voyager. When they had to follow and do what the censors and such said, so they couldn't have too much language, if any language at all, they had restrictions. And while I know they wanted to do more, honestly, because for so many years they were restricted by it, that kind of became a part of the ethos or the ethos of Trek. And so Tarantino doing a Trek movie, I personally am not sure it would work. You know? That said, I've been surprised before. I didn't think Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was going to be any good, and now that's literally like my favorite alternate universe Spider-Man. I really want to see more Into the Spider-Verse. Why am I checking my Discord? Something bad about to happen. Am I getting called out? Why am I checking my Discord? Okay, I checked my Discord and I got nothing. What's going on? Why are you messing with me? Nothing in my Discord. Ear review, you've got me again. Tarantino can do some Klingons, I bet. Captain Picard, Romulan Commander, it's just a prank, brah. It's just a prank, brah. From the lost episode from the Planned 8 season. True. Yeah, I think the misconception was the sequel to Inception. Okay. Shame you for not believing. I'm still wondering why I'm going to Discord. I'm at my Discord. I don't see anything here. No one's said anything to me. I think you've talked to me, haven't you, Ear Review? Yeah, there you are. I'll even click on your name. Oh, you just want me to add you so you can talk to me. You know I'm live right now, right? There's like 57 people watching me, but hold on, everybody. Let me make sure that Ear Review can talk to me in Discord. That's a very important thing. Hold on. Everybody just calm down. I may be doing a live show, but Ear Review can't get me on Discord, so hold up a second. All right, we got that taken care of. Let's go back to watching. All right, here we go.
So this clown will continue to flush Star Trek down the toilet with such episodes, with such shows as, he's going to continue Star Trek Discovery. Bleh. Picard. Bleh. Lower Decks. Don't know enough about it. Upcoming Star Trek.
Oh my god.
Prodigy in partnership with Nickelodeon. Who's going to watch that? Who?
Me. I'm going to watch it. They finally came out with a Star Trek that I can watch my kids with. There's something I'll agree with anyone who talks about it. Star Trek cannot be watched by people under the age of 13. I don't think so. I don't think it's appropriate for kids under the age of 13. I think Mary Wiseman was wrong. I really think that it was actually problematic, if not... I don't want to say dangerous, but I want to say ill-advised to tell kids to go watch Star Trek Discovery. Star Trek Discovery, Star Trek Picard, Lower Decks, all of it is not appropriate. Hell, Lower Decks, which has sexual jokes and innuendos and shows half-naked cartoon characters, is probably the most appropriate of the three, if you're going to let them watch something. So I'd agree with that. But me and every other father and mother, I guess, who wants to watch Star Trek with their kids in an appropriate setting is going to watch Prodigy. Not that you have kids, you may have kids, but if you, I would bet money that you don't, because if you did, you would see the advantage of Prodigy. Star Trek was always an adult movie like the Bible, not for kiddos. That's going to make a lot of people mad right there. A lot of people. Wayne DeLong, no reason to play the race card for every reason. Not sure what that's about. Probably what I said previous. Wayne, refresh. You are way behind. What's going on, Jen? Hope you are well. Honestly, don't know what is going or what the video is talking about. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you're here. Glad you are here. Yeah, we're just reviewing a video by a very intelligent individual. So, my better, if you will. Oh, hold on. My security system just went off. That's mildly concerning. Hold on. We're going to see live. You guys are going to see if I'm going to freak out or not. Or it's just not going to work. Okay, let's do this, because I think I know what it is. This is why you guys hear. This is the biting information. Oh, someone's just passing. I love when this thing messes up on me. Fantastic. All right, let's continue watching.
Anybody. And now they're doing they're gonna have Strange New Worlds with Pike and Spock and number 1, and then they're probably gonna do a Section 31. They couldn't. It's so bad.
I don't know if the Section 31 is going to come out. They keep saying it, but there's some weird stuff going on there. I don't know if that's going to happen.
That Lower Decks could not get an international deal for distribution because nobody wanted it.
Oh my God! This is why I get really pissed off about this stupid shit. Lower Decks is getting an international global distribution through Amazon Prime. They don't do any research. None. That's what makes me angry. No research is done whatsoever. It is the dumbest thing. Thanks for all you do, Laura. Thanks, Laughable Larry. Thanks for supporting the channel. It is the stupidest thing. Like, that is just, it was a Google search. It was a Google search. Now, I will grant that when I first did it, the first thing you see is Lower Decks is currently not being distributed. However, that is from an old article. I don't even know why it's on top, but all you have to do is scroll down. There's a middle mouse button for a reason, my lad. And it talks about, you get there, transports to Amazon Prime. It has global distribution. Oh, man. Oh, man. And this guy, when someone comments and says, well, I like the new Star Trek, he's like, well, at least you're not a shill. I tell you what, maybe I am a shill, but I'm an educated one. And I wish I was a shill. Jesus Christ, dude. I wish to God I got paid by CBS to do this. I mean, because that would just be adding work. That'd be adding pleasure, work to pleasure. Because then I'd get paid to make fun of people who are as uneducated as I've ever seen. Honestly, I got to be honest. I was pretty pro-life until Phantom Menace, and then now I understand the glories of pro-choice. I just do. Don't start talking about abortion. That was a joke. Calm down.
They can't get it from any. Like, nobody wants to purchase this thing. They're claiming that they're going to include digital content across podcasts, because I'm sure you want to hear a podcast about Star Trek Discovery, websites and social content, including games, collectibles, published. I have never once. First of all, there's no Star Trek conventions that would ever even entertain Discovery, and there's nobody looking at.
What the hell are you talking about?
That would ever even entertain Discovery, a podcast about Star Trek Discovery.
Let's see. Creation Entertainment presents 55-year mission tour. Along with his role as Paul Stamets on Discovery, Anthony is well known. This is Anthony Rapp, who is coming. Oh, look, there's a Discovery panel. Upcoming Star Trek conventions. Let's see, there's Shore Leave, July 10th. San Diego Comic-Con, 55-year mission, Fan Expo Boston, FedCon 29, Destination Star Trek in London. Every one of them looks like they're going to have panels on Discovery. Every one. So if you're a Phantom Menace fan, if you're a person who believes everything this guy has got to say, or at least the spirit of what he's got to say, how do you account for the idiocy that comes with the uneducated comments? Like, how do you stand for that? Like, so I, for instance, don't proclaim the glories of Disco era Star Trek. I don't. I think that it's successful and they're looking for a specific niche. But if it has problems, hell yeah, I think it has all kinds of problems. I think it's getting better. I think it's doing a lot better than it was. I think Lower Decks is great. But how do you account? So when the reason why I'm getting into that is because when you look all the way on the other side with people saying, oh, this is the best thing. Yes, Queen, it's everything we ever wanted. Obviously, they're as badass as everybody else. But I don't understand. Like, if you truly are here about this, can you walk me through why this is okay? I'm just going to buy a good mic and trendy gear and make stuff up. Instant sub. That's exactly what you should do. And start on YouTube. Hate Star Trek. Hate everything new Star Trek and talk about how Gene would be rolling in his grave. That is instantaneous. Instantaneous win. That's just all it is. Why does Trek something feel like the most toxic community? I see a lot of channels just dedicated to hate towards it. Because it sells. Look at their numbers. Look at their numbers compared to mine. And you'll see why. I'm just going to buy... Oh, we already talked about that. I don't think these people even understand Kurtzman's role in these shows. Kurtzman is the new Berman, as far as I can tell. When I look at it, he doesn't even have direct control of any specific series. So Berman, for instance, would have would grab onto a series and just like hold on to that. So Berman DS9 used to be the pet project. Then when Voyager came out, Berman left and Voyager used to be the pet project. Kurtzman, to my knowledge, doesn't do that. Now I may be wrong, maybe he does, but to my knowledge, he does not. Not okay, but they found a group to watch all the hate and they can't quit now. You know, so I think most of them know that they're full of garbage. I really do. But there are a few. And the reason I say this is because this happened to me. I think there are a few that have fallen into a circle of hate and they don't realize it. It is really easy to start hating on something and then just continue hating on it and not realize that you're coming at it from a bad faith. Most of them don't do that. Most of them know what they're doing. Some I do think. It is absolutely possible. Randy, thanks so much for helping out the channel. It is absolutely possible this guy has fallen. And honestly, I would almost say, and he's not going to like it, but I think this is the biggest compliment that I can give him. I do think that this guy is probably a useful idiot. I think that he hasn't researched anything. He's gotten into the jive. He's gotten into the belief that what he's saying is right, and he's not researching it or really thinking about what he's going through, and is just latched onto it. If I had to guess.
Websites and social content, including games, collectibles, published. I have never once, first of all, there's no Star Trek conventions that would ever even entertain Discovery, and there's nobody looking at the toys. Like, none of it. No, there's nothing. There is nothing.
They're doing pre-order. They can't even keep in stock the pre-orders for the merchandise they're doing, but okay.
Nothing. They have drained Star Trek of everything. There is not an ounce left of life in it. It's all just an empty shell. But they're also going to develop the New York Times at special bargain rates is based on a Stephen King short story. We've all seen how these Stephen King things go. They don't usually go well. Maybe once in a blue moon, one of them hits. Most of the time, they go off and nobody cares about them. So this is what we have to look forward to. If you're a Star Trek fan, good luck. At least it's still available on streaming, and you can get.
What's up, Rock Solid? Thank you for the congratulations, brother.
All the old stuff for now. These are sad times, people. But stay strong, stay positive. We'll get through this. You got the old stuff, you know what I mean? I know you're looking for new stuff, but who needs new stuff when you got old stuff? I promise you, things will get better. Keep your chin up there. I'm gonna try to keep mine up, and from all of us here at Our Reviews Will Kill You, we love y'all. Make sure you catch our Friday night, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Pete.
The Circle of Hate. Do we want to watch another one? One in the chat if we want to watch another one, or I can talk for a little bit longer. I gotta go soon, unfortunately, but if you guys want to watch another one, we can. Let me know. One in the chat if you do, two in the chat if you just want to talk, and then you're gonna have to remind me if what 1 and 2 was, because I'm not gonna remember, because that's just who I am. Don't you dare bring Stephen King into this. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 for yes, 1, 2, 3 for no. Make it happen. Rock Solid said it. 7 divided by 9? I don't even know. Where are the Trek toys? We have you know they're selling Trek toys, right? You know they're selling Trek merchandise. Also, it doesn't have to be Trek toys. Gene Hyde's like, no! Like when you're looking at it, lore for life. If there is a Trek movie that I want to see, it's the Vulcan Mestral fighting augmented humans during the Eugenics War. Zakib, one of my nephews up in the house, doesn't want to watch another one. Make it so, just don't make it soy. Very few people will get that. Or maybe a lot of people get that. I don't know if they will. Alright, we'll start another one. And then maybe quit it soon. I can't stay on for too long. I got my kid's got a school thing coming. School's coming back. Can you believe that? Let's see. He doesn't have too much, though, beyond that. Chucky's returns, Davey Harbored, Black Widow questions answered. He answers Black. They search for the best podcasters ever, apparently. Lovecraft Country canceled. What does that even mean? Okay, do you have playlists? Live streams, music. Do you have anything that's Star Trek? And your playlists are about as helpful as my playlists are, so there's that. ScarJo sues Disney. Nope. Doctor Who quits. Nope. Loki, He-Man. Nope. Lil Nas. Sometimes it's just a Gundam. Nope. He-Man, Space Jam, Rick and Morty, Batgirl, Chucky's, David Harbour, Orcu, Black Widow, Free Guy trailer. We search for the best podcasters. Kevin Feige. Pokemon Wonder is open. That's hard-hitting stuff I want to hear. What the hell? Didn't he say he had something talking about it? Is that like...
Noob did one and he tries to explain.
Shut up. Let's see. Star Trek is officially out of the Silververse. Nobody cares about them. Star Trek Discovery gets public ratings released. That seems like that's going to piss me off. That was a year ago. I'm not watching that. All right, we can talk about something else. What do you guys want to talk about? I'm done. I'm done, Baze. We're not going to do it. You guys win. Orion trying to find anything? Please help. What specifically are you trying to find? Careful that in reacting to the FDM, you don't create a circle of hate of your own, says Queasy Gar 2322. It's really easy not to create a circle hate of my own because I address the actual ideas and I do the research. And if I'm wrong or they bring up a good point, I actually bring it up. So it's actually really easy not to create that. You'd be amazed. Now, for those who watch Fandom Minutes, this could be a little bit of a novel concept, but you'd be amazed how easy facts keep you on. Action figures. Star Trek action figures. I do know that they're releasing some in the near future. Hold on. I don't know when these are specifically going to be released, but you can check there, Orion Star. You should watch something truly terrible, like one of my videos. Rock Solid trying to get that shout out there. People should just go to Rock Solid Productions and watch his stuff. Not because I watch it, but because he watches it. That's right. That made no sense. I was trying to look up something while I was talking to you guys, and that was literally like cancer right there.
Welcome to the Rock Solid Productions.
Not because I watch it, because he watches it. Who the hell says things like that? That was literally an aneurysm. And we'll do Surf Tectonics, because it's good stuff, too. So what you guys want to talk about before we get on? I mean, if you guys think I'm wrong, please let me know. How am I
Surf
wrong?
Tectonics.
Oh. Apparently, I got unsubscribed. I hate YouTube. Dig your channel, Lord. Well, thank you. My channel digs you, USS Cell James. I used to consume Fandom Minutes constantly. Channels like yours help me think more critically. Cool. You know, that's the thing. I honest to God, don't care if people watch or like Fandom Minutes. I don't care. I care about discussing it. And I care about people thinking for themselves. I do watch my stuff when I edit and never again. You know, so here's what, honest to God, I Every time I look at anything I put up, I think it's garbage. Honest to God. I have to, emotionally, I think it's the worst thing I've ever made. Every new video. I have to tell myself, like, logically, I have to logic that it's a decent video. There are some stuff that I'm proud of, but emotionally, it's hard for me to think anything's good. I mean, you want to talk about imposter syndrome. That stuff is real. I do feel like Into Darkness would have been more effective if him being Khan wasn't supposed to be some big reveal. Could have been dramatic irony to increase tension through the movie instead. Yeah, a lot of people seem to get upset about that. And there's actually a theory that he wasn't the real Khan, and I'm so confused about that. But it didn't bother me. It didn't make it or break it. But honestly, TNG is where I start, not the original series, so maybe that's what it is. Creative's curse. I'm a photographer, and I look at everything I do and hate it, always pushing myself to be good. But yeah, I mean, I do that too. I always try to make something... an inch better than it did before. Every video, I try to do something better than I did before. But anything I throw up, anything I do, I think it's garbage. Don't ever stop doing what you do. We need content like this. It's not easy to find level-headed, humble people. It's not profitable to do, I'll tell you that. It's actually not going one side or the other is not the the best financial advice I'd ever give. It's hard to be excited about something you know should be good, but it ain't. It creates awful cognitive dissonance. I will say that pretending something is something it's not is definitely soul crushing. It's when you start assuming everything that comes out, or you stop looking at it altogether, is when it becomes a problem. You know? Randy Contello loves me because of my content. Well, my content loves you, Randy. What's going on, Dan23? I do that with Doctor Who. It's just not good with Jodie Whittaker. You know, so that's one of the things. So, you know, cards on the table. And I always try to be... I do sincerely try to be transparent with you guys. To say I haven't been tempted to just go one way or the other on this, it would be a lie. Like, there have been times when I've been like, man, I should just pick a side, whichever one I think is going to either make me the most money or is going to be the best, in the end, the best place to live, and just go with it, right? I can't do that. I can't pretend something that it's not. And that is, I do think, a detriment to a degree. I almost envy someone who can be something they're not. I can't do it. I'd rather die. I made that decision a long time ago too. That if I'm going to do a channel, before I got 100K, before I had 2,000 subscribers, I said to myself, I am going to do this channel as me, and I'm going to be damned for who I am. So if this channel fails because I am who I am, okay, at least I died as me. If it succeeds, then the people are more gullible than I thought they were. I don't know. I mean, I decided I was going to be me. Just Michael Straczynski of Babylon 5 has said he would like to be the next showrunner of Doctor Who. I don't know that that's a good idea. I like his writing, but he seems to have gone way on the spectrum when it comes to political activism. I don't know that that would be a good idea. I feel like Discovery would work better in the Kelvin universe than the Prime Time. You know, I actually agree with that. Elise will never leave me. Well, thank you, Elise. I'm glad. I'll never leave you either. I think that I will say this. I fully believe this. I think that Star Trek lied at the beginning to get legacy fans to watch it so that it could support enough until it got the diversity crowd that it wanted. So Nova Snowpaw, wow, you started early. I started early because I'm doing something with Anti-Tracker tonight. One way or another, he's going to have a computer, so you're not going to have to worry about that. We're doing that tonight, one way or the other. So, are you saying that Doctor Who has never been political? If so, it's the dumbest thing ever. You know what, JMC? I am absolutely saying that. That is exactly what I'm saying. Okay? Oh, I hurt your face too, Alligator Jones. Doctor Who has never been political. That's just honest fact. It's never looked at social issues or anything like that. All Doctor Who is it's just about time travel and a male figure and a white figure just having fun. It never has. Also, 9/11 was an inside job. Bush knew about it beforehand. Not only did Bush know about it, it actually started back in Reagan's years. Reagan actually met with the Circle of Eight, which is all of the main continents, powers that to be, and they said, you know what, on 9/11 we're going to cause this horrific thing to crash. And so Reagan then created a clone of himself, made the clone look different, and that was named Bush Jr. And then creating Bush Jr., then he made sure that 9/11 would happen by enlisting his brother to go over and cause issues. And during this entire thing, Doctor Who had no politics in it whatsoever. And there were actual lizard people that were all a part of this. So that's what I'm saying. I am saying Doctor Who never looked at politics, and 9/11 was due to Bush, who was a clone, who was cloned by Reagan, who was working with the Circle of Eight. I'm saying all of those things, okay? Because they're all science fact. Or, I may not be saying that. What I might actually be saying is that while a property is political, you can go way too far with it. As an example, if you look at Star Trek Discovery Season 1, while we all will agree that Star Trek has been left-leaning, has always had this liberal bias, has always been progressive, it never went as far as it did. I am saying one or the other. So Bush clone, that's actually Reagan, or you can be too political and go too far with it. One or the other. Sorry, I misunderstood what you said. I'm just having fun. You know what, JMC? There you go. Talk again, JMC. Random Minutes given $2. Kubrick faked the moon landings. That's fact. If you guys haven't seen it, actually, so joking aside, fake moon landing movie. This is my favorite director and editor of all time, and I'm not even joking about that. I always forget the name of it, but honest to God, I love it. It's like, where is it? Operation Avalanche. If you haven't watched it, please, God, go watch it. It is such a good movie. I was not... Just so you know, JMC, I was attacking the idea, not you necessarily. But people have said that. People have said, hey, are you saying a show's not political? They've used that argument, and it's just the silliest thing. Not saying you're silliest. It's just people have used it in bad faith. The moon landings were filmed on Mars. That is just true. Operation Avalanche is such good. He also made another thing that was good. So everything is clone Reagan's fault. That's just solid facts. That's just all that is nothing but solid facts. All right, guys, I am going to have to get off at this point because I have to get my kids ready because we're going to welcome to Red State, Tennessee. There's an event being held by one of my kids is in virtual school because I'm just trying it out to see, and the other one, the younger one, is actually going to traditional school. And they are having an event that we have to go to meet the teachers to get all of the information and get everything together. So that's usually cool, but we're also in the middle of a pandemic, so I'm on the fence, although everyone that can be vaccinated has been vaccinated. So I'm not too worried about it. I just think it's interesting. Anyway, I don't know. Politics, Tennessee, it's all good. Guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. I will be on tonight, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Probably going to be a little late with the Salty Trekker. I don't know what we're going to be talking about. He tries to get me into arguments, so that'll be fun. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, guys. I'm going to see you on the next Lore Reloaded.